first question of the day. What would be considered a good season for Chelsea? Since we got Toby in late, we'll ask Toby first. What would be considered a good season this year for Chelsea?
So at the beginning of the year, before I'd seen what Frank's team was going to look like in terms of how he was going to set up, with who he was going to play, knowing what we were up against in terms of stronger competition, I would said Chelsea have to be in the Champions League. That's a bare minimum for any manager. And a cup then marks the season as a successful season. Every team that really is contending to win is looking to finish the year with some sort of trophy. Now, obviously, some trophies mean more than others. So if you win Champions League, it means it's an all-time great season. If you win a Prem, it's one of the best seasons in your history. If you win the FA Cup, it's a good season. If you win the Carabao Cup, well, certain man can keep their job. That's basically it. No one puts respect on the Carabao Cup now. Like it's a Mickey Mouse thing, but it's still a cup. So you'd rather have it than not. So in short, what would I say is a good season for Chelsea right now? FA Cup and third.
Yeah.
FA Cup and third, yeah.
Agree.
FA Cup and third.
And you would have thought that as well from the beginning of the season.
If you had asked me,
I would have been happy with top 8.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Man said top 8.
I was going to get
Wow.
Chelsea Football Club, top 8.
He took the bar off the team and just dropped the bar, bro. Dropped it straight on the floor. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to think about that. We're going to go. We're going to go to Diamond. Diamond, what do you think would be a good season?
So starting with beginning of the season, say the transfer ban, the players that Lampard was bringing in. So he's bringing in a lot of the youth, like Abraham's, what's his name, Mount. There's the centre half, James at right back. So then they lost to They got pumped by Man United first game, 4-0.
4-0. Yeah.
Just putting out there. So I think now them finishing in the Champions League spot is a successful season. Trophy or no trophy, I think from where they originally started to where they got to now, Champions League spot is a success for Chelsea this season.
So in the league,
100%.
obviously you've got Liverpool and Man City who are head and shoulders. Who else was better, had a better squad than Chelsea? Why you think that just being in the Champions League spots is a good season? Because they had to have been better teams.
No, wait, Hazard was but Hazard was a big difference. Big difference. He was a major difference. Once they sold him and not replace him, really,
because we could.
So once they sold him,
Bayern killed him as well. To be fair, obviously when they said they can't sign players, I think that put a load of shit to the side. If they was allowed to sign players, would they have played as many kids? I don't know.
And then so you take Hazard out. Hazard out. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea got a good team, but Hazard was major.
Yeah, of course.
He's the match winner.
Major.
He was the match winner. Against all.
So you take him out of it. How good were Chelsea? Yeah.
So you take Hazard out. You put Pulisic in because they did sign Pulisic.
Yeah.
At the time, he weren't levels.
He
was
was
levels.
Decent though. Pulisic is decent.
We're starting the season with what they had. So you took Hazard out. You put Pulisic in. Which team in the Premier League should be above them? Why top 4 makes it an achievement? Which team should be above them?
I think Chelsea. At the beginning of the season, I would say that these clubs have a better first 11 for finishing in the top 4 above an unproven group of kids at Chelsea. I would say Leicester, I would say Spurs, and I would say Man United.
What?
Arsenal, I'm not including because we all know that Arsenal ain't that team. No. Let's be honest. Because Arsenal have some kids that aren't of the same.
Listen, it's fair. It's fair. As an Arsenal fan, that's fair. I'll take it. I'll take it on the chin.
To be fair,
I'll take that one on the chin.
Group, they struggle.
The biggest shock for me was Spurs this season. From last season to this season, the drop off has been horrific.
I don't know what adjective you'd care to use. Unprecedented, extraordinary.
So for me, for the top 4, I think that Chelsea, it was minimum for Frank Lampard to finish in the top 4, really.
Yeah.
I think at the time, obviously Liverpool and Man City have gone clear.
They're flying.
You can throw Man United into it as well, possibly, but even though I didn't think they was great, the only team I saw that was higher than Chelsea really at the time was Spurs. So for me,
the only team that lost
You
the
don't think
manager as well.
But
Hold on.
I don't think Leicester, no, because I do think that the Chelsea team, the experience that's there is crazy. It's like the experience, it counts for a lot.
Other than Kante, though, and
But Alonso.
nah, Chelsea had experience.
Chelsea have got the most experience out of everyone.
Giroud.
Fans.
You know what it is?
That we'd finish higher.
Yeah, because remember you signed Pepe. You signed Pepe.
Nah.
There's a lot of hype.
The thing is, well, not for me. Obviously, I wasn't about. I would have come on a sensible thing, boy, because a winger for me, I always look at a winger doesn't win you the league.
But you know what?
Unless they're magic, you don't usually go to a winger.
At the start of the season, when you lot had Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe, I was thinking, Arsenal are on things here. They've got a powerful front line. As a Spurs fan, I was a bit look.
Listen, we got Theyve at the back, mate. Theyve.
But people said it was a good signing.
Pepe was a good signing. But listen, from last season, what did we need to improve? It wasn't about attacking. It was defensively. If you take the lead, listen, if you take the lead in 15 games in a season and don't win, then there's a problem with your defense. So you can buy a left winger, but your defense is, if your defense is shit, it don't make a difference. That's why the prediction for today, I said that Chelsea will beat Man United because you can get at the Man United defense because the defense is weak. So you can.
But in the end, it was the defense. It's the keeper.
No, it's the defense. No, it's the defense as well. Because you know how Giroud scores goals. How many goals does Giroud score at the front, post, the flick, or the outside of the boot?
No, you do.
Don't let him get in front of you at the front post. It's standard.
Surely someone's told him that. Surely someone has said, "Big man," like, do you know what I mean? That's basics.
He wanted it more, but Giroud just wants it more. Giroud's one of them big, old-fashioned centre forwards that will bully you.
And feels like he's got a point to prove. It feels like he's got a point to prove.
He's always played like that. He's always played like that.
All right, Wes, I'll tell you what. Let me go back to a little bit of order. So, Jimmy,
sorry.
Yeah, so I'd say about Chelsea coming into the season. So before ball's been kicked, you're looking at it going, they're coming into a transfer ban. They've lost Hazard. They've got Lampard, who is unproven at this level, right? Mm-hmm. Although they had a good squad carrying over, you just said that the expectation, if they'd have finished 5th or 6th and put some pressure on the top 4 and then been able to build thereafter.
I totally agree.
But how the season has gone and how they've got dealing with the kids, they deserve Champions League. It's not taking away. They've
overachieved. They've overachieved. They've done well.
No, we have overachieved.
I don't agree with that.
Hold on. If they get a Champions League spot, and whether they get a trophy or not, just for them to hit that top 4, because you have to look. You had Liverpool and City, who
and that's it. It ends there. There's no one else better than Chelsea.
But that's also a sign to how badly
the back of a Champions League final.
Yeah.
No one thought that they
was bad.
You had United that were changing and developing. No one thought they would fall that far. And you did. Arsenal had spent money, so you thought that Chelsea and Arsenal would be one of them might slip into the Champions League at the expense. But you didn't.
Chelsea was already in.
Tottenham to fall as far as they did.
Bro, at the beginning of the season, Jimmy, I'm with you on that. At the beginning of the season, the management and the higher ups at Tottenham and Man United had higher expectations than 100%. Roman and Marina. Frank's number one objective this season was to establish a couple of youth players and keep Chelsea in the Champions League.
Who made that?
That was you. Man United are a winning club. Chris, don't frown your face like that.
Look at his grin.
Listen, let's have it straight. Man United are a winning club, the most winningest club in the country.
When was this?
Every season
when was this?
About winning something.
When was this though?
At the beginning of the season, Man United, their mandate in the boardroom is we win something. If you do not win something, it's a
Who's
failure.
making this stuff up?
No, I'm not telling you about your club. You know deep down that that's what your club is
Do you know
about.
what I know deep down? I know Arsenal was the Invincibles. Arsenal have won many leagues. Arsenal. No, sorry. Let's.
Are you bringing Arsenal into it?
That shit ain't funny, motherfucker.
Stick with what we're saying. Let's stick with what we're saying.
Don't try and bring down my weekend.
This is what I'm saying.
That's fine for a reason.
What's going on?
Let me just tell you this one point. Yeah, Arsenal was expected to compete for the league. Arsenal was
when this season?
No. Stay with me because I'm not cussing you. Stay with me.
I'm trying.
When you had Wenger and you was the Invincibles and you was expected to compete every season for the league and expected to win the league, that's what you was doing. That time has passed. Now, Manchester United have done the same thing. That time has passed. It's gone. That time's gone. Stop using that. We are not expected to win a league. We're not expected to win anything. We're not expected to win anything. In the beginning of the season, we was not expected to do anything. Everyone cussed Ollie. Everybody cussed Ollie. Everyone said Ollie's going to crash. Ollie's not good enough. All of a sudden,
expected to get top 4.
Who was?
United.
Yes. Let me explain something to you about football, yeah?
My nigga.
Last season,
Here we go. Everyone else agrees apart from you. I'm the one that's wrong, yeah?
You walk yourself through it. I tell you what. I'm just going to watch you walk down the alley. I'm going to let you walk yourself through it. Where did Chelsea finish last season? Start walking. Where did they finish? Go. Where did Manchester United finish last season? Keep walking. I can see you. Where was it? So how can Man United be expected to finish above Chelsea?
All right, let me answer. Let me answer. You've asked a question. Let me answer it and kick your ass down the fucking alley.
Damn!
For starters,
Reload it.
They lost Hazard, right?
We lost Pogba.
Who was the?
Continue.
Because he's still there. So moving on. Hazard was a game changer, right?
Pogba was a game changer.
Can you let him answer the question, please, Chris?
Lost him. They weren't allowed to sign anyone, so they couldn't strengthen. Whereas Man United and everyone.
They signed Pulisic,
and then they got him. He was pre-signed. He was before.
But he wasn't at the team. He joined the team. Continue.
Okay, but they couldn't do anything else. You guys could go out and spend 80 million on a centre half. You could have bought a new goalkeeper, but you didn't. Oh well. You could have strengthened in all these positions, as could everyone else apart from Chelsea. I said at the time, Ricky will back me up on this. I said exactly like Spurs.
Hell no.
Spurs.
Nah, B. You're on your own, G.
It's in a year's time because that's when it catches up with you and you get found out. But Chelsea have been able to sign people since, so they've been able to strengthen. They also lost a manager, right, and brought in a new manager who was unproven at this level, who was at Derby to learn his trade.
Sounds familiar.
He was at Derby to learn his trade, and the job at Derby was borrow all the Chelsea academy players and get us into the Prem for next year, and then you've got your players ready. He was being groomed for that job, right?
Do you think Derby was a bigger job, or do you think Mulder was a bigger job? Which one?
Nah, don't bring out Mulder, bruv. If you're gonna draw for Ollie's CV, let's talk about Cardiff. Yeah,
even Cardiff. Even Cardiff. My point is this. There's a lot of waffle been going on. This is the facts, yeah? You lost Hazard, but you gained Pulisic, right?
You cannot compare the two.
You can't compare.
That's there and there.
You can't compare.
That's there and there.
If you let me finish, you'll hear the rest. You can't compare. Okay. I agree. Yeah? Right. Now, the Chelsea team that they had, do you think you losing Hazard and gaining Pulisic, us buying Maguire, Daniel James, and Wan-Bissaka makes us now better than your team?
Yes.
Because your defense is what you
want. What?
No.
When Mourinho was at your club, he said, I need a centre-half, a centre-mid, and a full-back. And they didn't give it to him. And then Ollie comes in and they gave me exactly what Mourinho said. The areas that need.
So now our team's better than Chelsea now.
No way. At the beginning of the season,
Thank you, Adam. Thank you. And you're Chelsea. This is madness.
No, we're going round and round in circles.
What you're trying to say is, as soon as you lost Hazard, you instantly were shit at the Manchester United.
No, even when we lost Hazard, we were better than Man United.
The expectation was that Man United would be.
All right, let's have a quick vote. Let's have a quick vote. Whose team do you think was better this season? Chelsea or Manchester United's team?
Before a ball was
At the
kicked.
start of the season.
At the
At the start of the season.
In the middle and the end, Chelsea.
Chelsea have
Yes.
had a better
Chelsea-
season. Chelsea have had a better season. Man
Nah.
United have had a
Nah,
better
Man United.
Willian, Pedro. They've got all these players that are better than us.
You're forgetting how
Zimmer
Oli
brains as
finished
well.
last season, brother.
How did we finish
Yeah, no,
last
but-
season?
But if you
How
got
did we finish?
listen, if you're going on the team sheets and you lay the two team sheets down, the top
Don't forget
11,
all that. We know the team.
means you have
We know
to.
the team. We know the teams. We know it. Why are we faking it? We know what Man United was, and we know what Chelsea was.
Chris,
so why
you're
are we
doing
lying?
some massive
But you brought Maguire, you brought Wan-Bissaka into your defence. You had Luke Shaw, you had De Gea.
Can I
This is
ask you,
crazy.
why are we lying?
But Gibbo, you're looking at that Chelsea team, yeah, and you're forgetting they're Europa League winners, league winners. Them men have won shit.
Oh
bro.
my God!
They won the Europa League because they beat a shit Arsenal side when they had Hazard.
Jimmy, you're forgetting these guys have won. They've won a lot of
So
stuff.
you're saying that on paper, the Man United team is weaker than Chelsea?
All right, can I ask one question? We'll end this because listen, it's gone mayhem. We're gonna go back to structure. I'll just ask one question and we'll move on from it. We'll go around everyone. Yeah, I'm asking you. At the beginning of the season, did you expect Chelsea or Man United to finish above?
Chelsea is always going to finish above Man U.
Thank
Well,
you.
not always.
Now, Leon,
Adam,
Adam, I get that. Thank you, Adam. Toby said no. Leon, who did you have?
I had Man United to be higher than Chelsea.
What, Gibbo?
I would go Man United higher than Chelsea.
This is nuts.
This ain't gone the way you wanted it, bruh.
Chris is about 2 people away from locking up the show.
Ashley.
Chris is about 2 people from locking off the whole thing.
No, I'm mad. Listen, I accept it. What you say is right. Listen, what you say is right. I accept it, yeah? But I'm just saying, how have you got to that? We finished 7th with fuck all. They finished 3rd with a cup and Champions League. And
you strengthened.
You strengthened your team.
That strengthening that we done
you strengthened your team. You strengthened your team. You bought Maguire. You bought Wan-Bissaka. You had Rashford and Martial, who are now a year better than they was a year before.
We lost too.
Hold on.
We lost the goal scorer.
Don't bring top goal scorer because you say you don't need it. It's all fluid. That's what you talk about. So don't make no difference. Don't make no difference.
I'm using what you're using.
The goals come from Martial and came from Rashford. That's how it goes. You had Luke Shaw, who's an England international.
You start faking it. I know you are anyway.
Right. Ain't got the way you are.
Next one.
Move on.
No, I get it.
No. Let me ask Magic. What do you think, Magic?
I thought the Chelsea squad was better than us.
It was.
But did you think they'll do better than us in the league at the start of the season with the players we had? With Pogba and everyone. Pogba wasn't injured at the minute.
Before a ball was kicked, all they lost. And I rated Pulisic. You can ask Chris. You can ask him now because I was screaming it. We've got a group of our other man. I was screaming Pulisic's name. I said he's hard. Like I thought Chelsea were going to finish above us. I thought we'd finish in top 4, but I thought we'd finish 4th. You can ask Chris.
Okay.
That's what I thought. So I thought the Chelsea squad was better. Yes, they lost Hazard, but I didn't think Chelsea would win anything, but I thought they'd finish above Man United. That's what I thought. Top 4.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
If this season had gone bad, you know the sort of run where you go 5-6 games without a win, that would have crushed them youth, and Frank probably would have lost his job. So what I would say is we've had
I disagree with. I think he was given this year as a trial year.
No,
it was a free year. It was a free year,
There
man.
ain't no freebies at Chelsea. Trust me, they might say
There's no charting at Chelsea.
They might.
Ask AVB about
There's no charting at Chelsea.
AVB was told there was a freebie. Nah, bruv, you will find yourself collecting at P45. Go 6 games without a win at Chelsea. That P45 will be waiting for you.
I 95% agree, but because it's Frank, and obviously Frank's got like some rep.
He's got clout, yeah.
I mean, any other time I'd say 100, he'd be gone. But because it's Frank,
cares?
Huh?
Roman
cares?
Listen.
Roman's on a yacht right now with a fat cigar, enough brasses. Yeah, he don't care.
Big pimpin', baby.
I don't think Roman cares if it's Frank or not. He's coming for results.
Bro.
Leon, what would be a good season for Chelsea this season?
I have to agree with all the boys, man. Like, end of the day, like they had no transfer window, lost Hazard, and I think they've overachieved, if I'm honest. Yeah, they did well. Okay, Adam. Right now, I think. Sorry, Adam, but like it's my time. I want to achieve. No, boys. Let's be honest. Like they've overachieved.
Dead, boys.
Like, no, I'm sorry.
Man, fucked up, you know.
I'm sorry, man.
Boys, these are taking so long to answer a question. Come on, man.
Let's go. Someone's losing it. All right, cool. No, look, they've overachieved, right? They're third at the moment. Didn't think they'll end up there with the players they've got, if I'm honest, at the start of the season. That's my opinion. Obviously, other people will disagree with that, but with the players they had, I don't think they should be near top 4 at the start of the season. But they have. They've done well. They've got the youth in. It's good for England. And I think they get a trophy plus third. They've overachieved. They've done well. I can't argue with that.
No, I can't
argue that at all.
I think trophy and third's a good season. I do.
I agree with him.
Adam.
I agree with him.
That's you then. Magic.
I do. We have overachieved, definitely.
All right. I mean,
man of many words.
So that was your. I'm saying, do you want to elaborate on that, or why do you think you've overachieved?
I didn't think we was going to finish third. Put it that way. So with obviously Hazard going and things like that, I was just thinking Lampards come in, as what Jimmy said, little trial there at Derby, like getting his first management job. I don't know what I was expecting. So third is overachieving, definitely. Especially not being able to sign players.
Where did you think?
We still had a good squad, but I'm surprised where we are, definitely.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Who do you think should have finished above you?
Well, Liverpool, Man City.
Yeah.
And at the start, I probably even thought maybe Arsenal, Tottenham.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Magic?
Yeah, I think Chelsea are kind of where they should be, to be fair, in my opinion. I think they've had a good season. Frank's, like, he's doing his thing, man. Yeah, third. Like, I think Chelsea, they've got experienced players. They've got guys that have won, like, Europas, won leagues. Do you know what I mean? So all this other teams should be better. I don't buy into it, to be fair. Because when you've got the likes of, like, Kovacic, you've got Kante, you've got Jorginho, you've got Pedro, you've got Willian, you've got good players.
Yeah,
seasoned players.
You know what I mean? So when you've got seasoned men that know how to get results, it should be kind of where you're at, really. So I think they've done their thing. Well done to Frank, and that's it, man. Like he's bedded in the youth with them. They've got a good squad there. They've got like Loftus-Cheek. They've got Hudson there.
Hudson-Odoi. Yeah.
They've got good players. They've got very good players. Like their squad is tight. I think they're at where they are. Frank's done his thing.
I totally agree.
They've got a lot of pressure for themselves for next year now.
Yeah, we have.
I bet you this. I bet you next year someone gets their hands on that bar again and just drops it on the floor again. One more. As long as, honestly, I've seen that bar get dropped, bro. That's hitting toes, boy. So as long as Frank Lampard's in there, the golden boy, nice English lad from down the lane, they're gonna be.
Chris, have you recovered from the 3-1 piping? Because you're coming out with some funny statements, bro.
Do you know what's mad? I literally just got out of that bubble when we spanked you 4-0. And I woke up and I saw you beat us 3-1 back, and I thought, okay, well, we still beat them by more.
Do you know what? Do you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, so we've played you 4 times this season. You've beaten us the first 3 times. Yeah?
3 times, yeah.
We took our medicine.
That was nice.
3-1 loss, and you lot are now questioning like, you didn't do this. Why did we do the formation? Just take the L. Just own up to it.
I'll take the L.
No, it's worse than that. He's pretending he didn't want the FA Cup. It's worse than that. Now he's like, I don't want the FA Cup. I want to beat West Ham.
Well, the thing for me is, obviously, you're Spurs, and I don't understand why Chelsea's acting like this, but you're Spurs. So I get why the FA Cup is such a massive thing to you. But to me, I would like to win it, but if I'm not in it,
Nah, I don't buy that.
League,
I don't buy that.
Nah,
for the
bro,
Champions League,
if it was the Carabao, I could allow that. But when
listen, we know people have been fielding second teams in the FA Cup now for minimum 5 years. 10 years we're looking at.
You also know yesterday, Chris, you were shouting about how you were going to get in the final and win it and everything else because now Arsenal are through.
If you show me where I was shouting about how we're going to get in the final, no, I'll give you a tenner. Yeah?
A tenner, you know.
You've got more money than that, Chris, bro.
Yeah, but he's not going to find it. I could have said any number, 1,000. He made it up. He made it up. Anyway, Ricky, what would be considered a good season for Chelsea?
So, start of the season, a good season for them would be probably about where they are. If you said to them, qualify for Champions League, play a load of youngsters, and potentially win a cup, they'd take that every day of the week. So, like Magic said, probably there or thereabouts where they're at. And yeah, they're buzzing off it. So rightly so, they've had a great season for where they're at.
They win the FA Cup. Is John Terry gonna wear full strip again, even though they've been relegated with Villa?
Bruv, probably. You know what JT's like, innit? Any sort of fuckery business to do, bruv, he's there.
And he's looking at all them young guys with young models for wives. He's thinking,
wow.
Shout out to Wayne Bridge, bruv. Wayne Bridge is probably auditioning for some reality TV show somewhere, bruv. Just paying.
He won SAS. Are they tough enough? Didn't he?
Kenny just said sorry. Should we ask him if he got home safe?
Ricky. Oh no, sorry, Gibbo, you're up.
So I think it shows where we are now in terms of, you know, Liverpool and Man City have kind of come on the scene and kind of changed the game of the expectations of fans. I think for Chelsea, top 4 was what they're looking for, and if you bring in a cup as well, then great. Even if it's a Carabao Cup, we'll take it. So the fact that it's 3rd place currently at the moment and could possibly win the FA Cup, I think it's a good season. Season. They're they're the best of the rest. Is the way I'm looking at the moment. At the start of the season, it was Liverpool, Man City gone clear. Who's going to finish in 3rd and 4th between Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Leicester? Who's going to take those 2 spaces? Wolves have come in from nowhere, and Sheffield United are coming from nowhere, done bits. It was 4 teams into 2. So for me, I think he's done a good season. Take it on the chin, and move on to the next, and build from there.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
With me, obviously, I think 3rd and a cup, 6th season. It's a 6th season. You can't expect more than that. He's hit what he's meant to have hit. Now, for me, that's what you should. Not the cup. I don't expect the cup. The cup, anyone could win that, like literally. But with 3rd place, I think he's done what he should have done, and I don't think he should have got anywhere lower than 3rd. I don't think any of those teams was better than Chelsea. When the transfer window closed, everyone said Arsenal had the best transfer window. If you can remember that far back, every pundit.
Yeah.
If you asked around,
mad thing.
I was confused because I saw who they signed. So I said I was looking for. I didn't know what happened, but I thought that's not a good transfer window for me. I thought it was better.
Shit.
I don't think Spurs. I thought was going to do a lot better. I'll be honest. They've underachieved. That's one team. And then 12 games in, Jose came in. You'd expect like a big change, and they're going to be very good. They got worse. They got worse.
I love it.
Don't buy.
When he said that,
buy
it.
With Man United, for me, everyone I asked, every single person I asked, no one put Man United in the top 4. No one did. I've got literally screenshots of, because I was dying to get in there. So screenshots. I got bare starred messages. I'm gonna get everyone. But no one had Man United in the top 4, so I don't think they should have finished above Chelsea at all. Every pundit.
Are you happy with that? That the expectation now is Man United are not a top 4 side. Tell me about how you feel about that, bro.
I feel devastated. But everyone said, every pundit writ off Ollie. Everyone was laughing. Ollie's at the wheel. Ollie's crap, and he won't make it till Christmas. But all of a sudden, he should be finishing above Chelsea because Frank Lampard's in there, and obviously blah blah blah. But yeah, in my thoughts, third and a cup will be a great season. If that was me, I'd be over the moon with that. I'd be over the moon with that. If I was Frank Lampard, I've come in, I had all these doubts about me, and I've done my job. I've done my job. You can't say anything better than that. So yeah, well done, Chelsea, fuckers. And moving on.